Yo, yo, everybody, Dubai Monster Cast on air. Your boy Solar here. And first of all, I want to ask you, please subscribe here on the YouTube and the Spotify as well. And keep sharing to your friends. And today, finally, I have this boy right here, Mohamed Foda.
Hello, I'm excited to be here.
The next big thing, right? How are you, my friend?
All good, thank you so much.
Good?
Yeah.
So let's start from the main point that I wanted to invite you to be here with me. Last year you had your first experience in Olympia, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. How did you feel in being there?
Winning Chicago, it was a huge moment for me. I was, like I have been through a lot through my own bodybuilding years. I was fighting, sacrificing, and I was questioning myself every day. Why do I do it? It's like, do you love it? Do you really love it? Do you really love it to the levels that you will just sacrifice everything in your life to win a show?
Mm-hmm.
And because we work as a personal trainers in Dubai, so we work freelancer. We don't work in a place that he gives salary every month. So 1 month you have enough. The other months you don't just have anything, and
The
you
roller
rely,
coaster.
yeah, and you rely on the previous months.
Mm-hmm.
So winning Chicago, it was a huge moment. Then qualifying to Olympia, it was it was another level. Like when you're there and you see the 13 best bodybuilders in the world, and you are one of them, and you belong among beasts, like that was different level for me. And I like sometimes I ask myself how you describe it. I don't know. It's like it was just a moment that I loved it, and I love to be there every year. And like I'm doing my best to be top 10 this year, win a show, qualify, and be one of the top 10. This will be one of the best things that happens to me again.
Cool. What is the strategy for this year? What's your next show and what are you like aiming to?
The feedback from the judges were about they want me to come back with a better back. So my back, like I'm lacking volume in my back. So they want me to be equal front and behind. So
Mm-hmm.
they want me to improve my back and come back bigger. That's what we are working on now. So I'm trying with my coach to put more muscles and more volume on my back. That's what we're working for.
What do you need the most in your back? Is
Lat,
wideness
lower
or
lat.
lower lats?
Yeah. So from our back, everything is there, but from my lower back, yeah, I don't have volume in my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
So once I do the upper back, like you don't see any muscles in my lower back, but you see my upper back.
Got it.
Mm.
Got it. And still, when you were there on the stage of the Olympia, uh, after you leave the stage, what was, I don't know, maybe your first thought about being there? So okay, now I belong here. So I finally
Yeah.
made it, and what comes?
Yeah, I know I belong among beasts, okay. But once they called my name, the third call out, I was disappointed, because I was looking for top 10, and I was disappointed. Maybe my body was tired. I have been through like 8 months of preparing for shows, so my body wasn't responding like before Chicago.
Mhm.
We were pushing calories down so we can just get more leaner. So I think, like 1-2 days after the show, when you start to ask yourself why this happened, why you were just pushing yourself so hard to get lean, maybe that's because I was just being through 8 months and my body like fatigued enough to not respond like before.
Got it.
So yeah, I was disappointed, but now maybe that's what I always tell people about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is all about your mindset and how you handle the tough days.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the tough days was after Olympia. That was one of the hardest days I had ever been. Like I remember that if someone were with me in my room, it was very hard. Like people maybe after shows, they enjoy, they celebrate, they eat whatever they were, craving. For me, I was just sitting at home, like taking naps, cry like a baby. Yeah, because I was so sad about my result. But anyway, some days you feel unstoppable, some days you
Were
feel.
you disappointed by the judge's punctuation or
No,
by yourself?
no, I mean, I always say like bodybuilding is like smelling perfume, like new perfumes. Like some people they love this perfume, and others they say no, we don't like it. So some people they wear some perfumes that some people they like it, and another people they are not okay. You know. So that's what I always say. It's the same for judges. Some judges they just see us like we look good,
Mm-hmm.
and he has everything, and others they just see like no, I think he's okay from front, but he's not okay from behind,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I say. That you can't just justify them, make them like happy. You have to always look for the perfect look. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for and I'm working on.
Yeah. Bodybuilding is a pursuit of the profession,
Yeah.
and you have to like keep trying.
And you'll always find someone who doesn't like your physique.
Yeah, because it's I believe the main difference from bodybuilding to the other sports, we haven't a finish line. It's not about how
Yeah, that's
fast you
true.
go. So we're there on stage being judged by human beings
Yeah.
who might be like they could have a nice night or of sleep
Yeah.
or not, and they were maybe just dreaming of that physique they were showing or not. So in the end, it's like what you just said. For
Yeah, and you don't know.
what do they want
Yeah, you don't
to
know.
see?
Some shows they want you bigger,
Mm-hmm.
so they care about size more than like how much lean you come to this show.
Mm-hmm.
And some days they say like, no, we just want everyone on the stage to just be lean enough. So it's just crazy. Like you don't know what they want. But anyway, you work on, as I said, like on the perfect
Yeah.
look. So you come lean enough, have the same size you had in the off season, just was bigger. Like that's what I'm looking for and I'm working on now.
Cool. What is your next show? Did you pick already?
I spoke with my coach about I wanna do a strong show. And my coach maybe has different plan from me. So me and Stefan, we always talk about everything like brothers, friends. And that's what I love about him, that things are very easy. It's not about one decision, it's about we both discuss everything
team.
together. Yeah. So we say like I wanna do Texas, and he said, I think it's better for you to just not do Texas. But anyway, if you want to do it, we can do it. It's like that. We share. So until now, we didn't decide anything. We just talk about what show I want to do because I wanted to do the PRO as well. But he told me, just be realistic. Just ask yourself, you're gonna beat Nick Walker, you're gonna beat Martin, you're gonna be, So I don't want you to just be in a show that you don't come in top 2 or top 3. I want you in a show that you come top 2, top 3, That's what and it's for me, like I was at the beginning, I was like disappointed of his answer. But when I think about it, yeah, I think I need to be patient and just think about different show.
When you actually digest the information and try to face it more rationally.
Yeah.
You mean?
I know people keep saying that the guy has more than 15 bodybuilders now, like the best 15 bodybuilders, and they all do Olympia. But he cares. You'll see him messaging you and saying like, "How are you doing? You okay? Update me." He always care about his bodybuilders.
This is very important,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. And I don't know how he can do that. It's crazy. Imagine if you train a bodybuilder, just one bodybuilder, he will be so annoying and keep messaging you every day, So imagine he is training the best 15 bodybuilders. And last year he had in Olympia 15 athletes between bikini, figure, Olympia, bodybuilders, 2-on-2, like imagine. Classic physique, man's physique.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
He
And a
was
lot of attention.
he was between hotels, just go to that one, check him from 6 a.m. and he will just drive to another one and check him. And he has the top guys, like he trains the top guys. That's very hard.
Yeah, I met him in few shows before the shows, actually, in those gyms around the world, and he was always like, okay, finish here, go there, as like just being a personal trainer
Yeah.
of those athletes, but in a professional level, like your level, that's the real top level of this game.
Because there is no room for mistakes.
No, at all.
So you have to be 100% focused with every one of them. And trust me, bodybuilders are crazy, especially the last week. Yeah, it's like it's like you fight your demon every day. You will see yourself. So one day you look like you're ready. The second day you'll just see yourself like, oh my god, like what's going on? Like I don't look good. It's like that in the process to the show. You will see yourself from day to day. Something is going wrong. Now you look good. Now you want to compete like this. Now you look now to it's like that every day, and you keep messaging your coach. I don't look good. What happened? And he will keep. That's about Stefan. He's good in this. He'll just telling you like, you look good. Just keep you, happy. So he will just say, no, you look good. You look good. Look from your back. And he will give you the time to make you feel like, yeah, okay, I'm okay. I need to relax. I need to sleep. I have to leave my phone now because you're gonna fight people on Instagram if you post something and people say like, you look small, you're all size, so the last week is the worst week.
Yeah,
you need to be away from
it.
everyone. Even your girlfriend or your wife, you have to be away from her. That's what I'm doing actually. It's like the last 3 weeks, I keep myself away from every human. I just want to be alone. I want to train. I want to focus. I want to do everything 100% to make sure I don't lose people, because at that time I'm willing to lose anyone for my dream. Like I always think about it is like people, humans, or my dream, and I always look for my dream because my career is giving me back money, and
everything that you were building.
Yeah, and from that money I can live my life.
Yeah.
Without that, I can't. But humans always give you emotions. At the last days, always before my show, they give you emotions that you don't need. This negativity comes from coming from them. You don't need it. So that's why I keep myself away from everyone.
I believe then it's not just a matter of this energy that you don't need, but actually these feelings that you cannot have it in that moment. A crucial moment that you have to be
emotional. We emotional. The last months, most bodybuilders emotional, and I feel that I can handle anything. I can handle any problems or anything, especially women. They will start to accuse you like, oh, why you look at this woman? Why you do that? Why you message this? Why you and at that time there's no room for insecurity. Like, come on, like, it's like we have been together for 2 years. Have you seen me messaging anyone or doing anything? It's like you just fight me for silly things, and I don't have time for this. All the time, if I have time, I train 3 times a day. So, and I keep trying to be as much as I am in my off season from like my mom, my dad, my brothers. I wanna talk to them and I wanna call them day after day to make sure they are okay. Especially my brother, my little brother, because in his age now, he is in dangerous age. So I make sure that every day I'm contacting him.
What's his age?
He's 21, and he is lost in life. So he doesn't know what to do. Do I need to just do football? Like I keep pushing in football, or I don't think football is a good sport for me. Do I have to just leave the army and travel and stay with my brother, in Dubai, or I have to do bodybuilding and be like my brother? So he doesn't know what to do now.
Got it.
And I'm afraid because at this age, he can do anything stupid in his life, So I want to make sure he's okay.
That's a very nice point, actually, that you take care of your family, not just in general stuff, but some specific, like the guidance to a young brother. And how old are you, by the way?
31.
You're 31.
Yeah.
Cool.
And for me, for my family, like, I know that they're just, I'm everything for them, I'm away from them, but I try always to just remind myself that life is not about being selfish and think about your career more than your family. You have to always be with your family as well and visit them from time to time.
Are they here or
in
Egypt?
Dubai and Egypt, home. So in 3 months, every 3 months, I will try to visit them. Like before, I was like every year. Now I will try to make it every 3 months. So I stay close because my dad is his age. He's not young anymore, So and I fear that idea of losing my dad without seeing him, that's gonna make me like I will never forgive myself, and I will never forgive myself because it's like bodybuilding. That's one thing about bodybuilding. It makes you lonely. More than you want to be lonely. Like you will push everything to not be lonely, but you will be lonely because you focus on yourself, on everything. Like you focus on your confidence, you focus on your strengths, you focus on your goals, you focus on your sleep. You can be stressed, So everything is about you. So it keeps you away from people.
Yeah.
That's
It's kind of selfish, but it's very much needed for this sport.
For me, it wasn't like bodybuilding. It wasn't lifting weights. It was the place where I find myself. And like when I started bodybuilding, I was lost as well. So I started like when I was 16, I guess, and I was lost as well. But my 16 was my brother 21. At that time I was a football player as well. And because studying and I was trying to educate myself more about life. And my dad wanted me to just stay at home, not to do any sport. He wants me to be a doctor or, a police officer, like something
different.
Yeah, something like he wished to see me in this level in
Got
life.
it.
And my problem was my dad, that I'm stubborn. And we always fight because of that, because dad wanted me to be not stubborn and just listen to him. And I always wanted to see myself in different level in life, not just to be. My dad has a grocery. Like my dad is a teacher. He work in two jobs. So he's a teacher and he has a grocery.
Grocery shop.
Yeah. So he is just staying in that grocery shop after he finish being a teacher. So he will wake up from 5 a.m. He will come back at 2 p.m. 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And from 2 p.m. he will just back home, take a shower, eat. Then he will go down in the grocery shop and stay until 12.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have been in a house that I see my dad is struggling and he's trying to afford and make us happy, just do everything he can do in his life to just make us happy. So
how many siblings you got?
Two, my sister and my brother. Yeah, sister are married. My brother is younger. He's younger than me, and my mom is a teacher as well. So my mom is teacher, my dad is teacher, and we are not like rich, in a family that they are just try to work to to
make
get
a
more
living.
money, yeah, to make their lives better. That's how I grew up. So when I was 16, I believe that my dad told me like you need to find a job and you need to, because I didn't like grocery shop. Like I used to be in a grocery shop, but I reached a level that like
Because it was a family business.
yeah, from my grandfather to my dad to me.
Got it.
So my brother loved to be to work with my dad in the grocery, but I didn't like it. I was just saying to myself, I can be in a better place in life. And it's not about the grocery shop, but I was impatient to, because if you work in a grocery shop or anyone work in a grocery shop, he gonna tell you that the profit is nothing. The profit, you can actually work the whole day for 100 dirhams. That's what you earn the whole day,
Yeah.
And
I know because my godparents, they
yeah.
got.
So that's why I told my dad, I see myself in different place. So I started I tried everything. I tried to be a security. Yeah. And after security, I tried to do like a bodyguard thing, just doing doing anything for celebrities or like guard celebrities, being in a party, anything.
Did you start to think about security and bodyguard because you had some size already, or because it was something that maybe it's cool?
No, my size wasn't actually big. It was my friends. They were working as a bodyguards. They were just pushing me in any job like this, and actually, I'm the smallest one in the whole group. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
I
even.
bet this changed a lot now.
Yeah, yeah. So I wasn't that big. I was actually little guy, and if you see me, you will be like, how this guy is a bodyguard. And I just started bodybuilding, and I remember that I used to just put more clothes on me so I look bigger.
For real?
That's my beginning, actually.
I can't even imagine things like that.
Just because I was looking for 500 Egyptian pound or 1,000 Egyptian pound in one day. So I was trying to do that. If one of my friends, he knows me very well, he'll just push me in Reno. Reno has a showroom in Egypt in area it's called the Labor. So they were pushing me there to be a security for and at that time I remember that someday we had some thieves. They come to to steal something from the showroom, and I belayed asleep, like I don't hear them, because I was that little, and they were two or three guys of them. So I was like, what I'm gonna do?
What can I do now?
I just belayed that I'm asleep. And I woke up after they left, and I was acting like where's Yar? Okay, I'm gonna catch them, It's like
Oh my God, we just got stolen.
Yeah, and I knew that they stole some stainless steel and stuff like that from inside.
Was a showroom of what?
It's a showroom for cars, but they have the factory behind the showroom.
So got some parts.
Yeah, so they were in the factory, stealing something from inside. I don't know what they stole. And because I'm lucky, so the manager,
You didn't even check.
The manager, when he came, he didn't know what they stole, because it was a mess. The factory was a mess. So they didn't know what they stole. That it's a different story from me being a bodyguard or a security guard. And after that, I was secured Kia. Kia, they had a showroom as well, but
got it.
yeah. So I was working in this for like a year. Then I started to just pay more attention to parties, because parties you just go there for 2-3 days and you have a good money from that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to contact everyone I know, just push me in anything like this. It's good.
Plus, if you have some issue in there, it's just drunk people. It's easy to
You don't do anything.
kick them out.
Then I tried to go to Sharm el-Sheikh for Hard Rock. You know Hard Rock, the nightclub.
Mm.
So I worked there as well, and then I left because I didn't like it. Because you do nothing, you just stand outside. You know,
Boring.
for hours, and you see people drunk, and so I didn't like it. Then I go back home and I start to work with my cousin for promoting and advertising things like juice, you know, fridge. You just wanna promote for that fridge. So I
Mhm.
was just standing in malls and talk about that fridge. Like I was working for this for like 4 or 5 years, I guess. And then I told my dad, I think it's better for me to just leave the country because I can't, I can't, I can't keep going with this. And I started to actually look good in bodybuilding. Like everyone kept telling me, like the guy has freak genetics, so he can do good in this sport.
How old was you?
That
then?
was when I was 21.
21 years old.
Yeah, and I believe that my first cycle was 21 because I went to one of my friends suggested one of the big coaches in Egypt. His name Mohamed Kimo.
Mhm.
He's so famous. He's the trainer for the national team. So he told me, let's go for him. I want him to check you. So maybe he can tell you just stay as a lifestyle, or you
Or
have a
take it
chance. You have the
seriously.
chance, yeah, to compete. So I went to check Coach Muhammad, and once he saw me, he told me like, I want to see you naked, so start to pose.
Mhm.
And I started to take different poses, and he told me, whoa, like, and I said, I want to do the world. At the time, it was the world championship, and he said, yeah, you can do it, and you can win. And I was young, and I told him, but I didn't start anything, and he wasn't believing that. And from that day, he started with me. And at that time, they had experiment for choosing who's gonna do a world championship for Egypt.
Mhm.
So they choosing the national team, and I did that show, and they chose me under 85 kg. They chose me to represent Egypt, and that was the first show in my life. That was
Did you
my
compete
first.
as junior or it was already as?
I was about to do the World Championship for juniors, but Kimo told me it's better for you to do, yeah,
not
just
even-
the World. He said,
It's not fair with the kids.
yeah, he said that. He said you take nothing from that, and even the prize money is nothing.
Got
So it's
it.
better focus with the World Championship. And I said, okay. So that's what I started to do. Started to work with Kimo until 2017.
Mhm.
2017, I moved to Kuwait because they chose me from Oxygen team.
Mhm.
So I was one of the Oxygen team for 2017. And after 7 months with them, I left and I started to work with Patrick Tor.
Mhm.
And with Patrick Tor, I was working with him for 2017 to 2018. I won my pro card 2018, and I turned it to be a professional bodybuilder. And I did my first show 2021.
As pro.
My pro debut, yeah, was 2021.
Which show was it?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, we had a pro show, and that show were Regan. We're doing that show, Regan, Samson, and Muhammad Shaban, and Muhammad Al Imam. And I came fifth, like fifth. Yeah, I was 5 in that show.
So your pro debut was already with this lineup.
Yeah, we were 15 guys, and I came 5.
Great.
Samson was third.
Third.
Yeah, Regan won the show. That was my first show. My second show was Romania. It was Hani Rambod at the time. And the same, I was the 5. But the show was like Horse, Nissan Diasha, Samson, I always, every show I do and I find something in the show, I know that so I don't know. Even in Olympia, I was looking for my number and my number was 11. I don't like 11. Like that's not my number. I don't like it.
Why? What happened with the 11?
Because 2011 wasn't my was the worst year in Egypt, and at that year I've been through a lot of things at that year. Uh, like something happened in my area, and I hate the number of 11. Like
Gotcha.
I don't like it. So once I got that number, I was like, that's not my luckiest number. Anyway, I was checking my number, and I just looked to Samson and I said, "What's your number?" And he said 10. I was like, okay. So I looked next to me on my right side and I said to Andrew Jack, I said, what's your number? He said 12. So imagine I'm stuck in my first Olympia between in the line that we are actually comparing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So in the line between Samson and Andrew Jack. I was like, wow, that's actually, harder than Olympia itself. So that, yeah, I even told that to Samson. I said, like, bro, come on, like, leave me alone.
Massive. Excuse me, please don't come.
Yeah.
Or if you come, let me know which show.
But I know that if Samson in a show, I'm not doing good in the show.
Come on.
Yeah, he has the static and actually I love him. Personally, I love him. I love him and I love his wife. They both are good people.
Mm-hmm. And getting back a little bit about the way that you face the last 2 months, that you preserve yourself a little more. But you are already a very reserved person, right?
About what?
In general, you in your life, like you are not a kind of person who talk too much. Like I don't know, what I see in you is very reserved. So okay, you don't
Like
need to go.
I was easygoing person. And
No, this you were, but you
yeah.
were like, okay, this is my space. Don't cross the line.
I have been through things like being with a cheater, in a relationship, and just being disappointed by people that you care about and like friends, you do everything for them and they do nothing for you. Being so kind with everyone, I get to the point that I don't think people deserve me, as a good person. They just deserve me to being away from them, and being alone is better. And I found myself when I'm lonely and alone, it's better for me. So I'm away from troubles and away from cheaters and away from bad people. So I found myself in this position in life, and I kept pushing myself in this, and I found myself actually I'm doing good. Like I can smile, I can be a friend with everyone, but not to the level that we can go out and we can just tell each other about things like private life and stuff like that. So I kept myself away from everyone for that reason. But was the biggest thing that actually turned me and made me become this person was a woman. Yeah, she just someone who actually I loved so much in 2017. 2016, and she just cheated on me, and I found out from one of my friends. He told me the full story, and I didn't believe him at the time. Every great man in life, if you try to figure out what happened to him, you'll find that someone just caused him a trauma.
Yeah,
that's why he became a good person.
Gotcha. And how about your mental health in all of this? And how does your personal life interferes with your professional career into bodybuilding?
Until 2021, it was you can call me anything you want. It was It was to the level that you wouldn't like to be a friend to me or any. Like I was just trying to um, act like I'm a bad person as well. So I just tried to hurt everyone around me. Yeah, so life took me through
Mm-hmm.
different levels. One of these levels that I just wanted to revenge. So me being a good person and people didn't like that, okay, so I will just play a bad person. So maybe people like that. So I tried to be a bad person. Yeah, women like that, but yeah, that's true. But
You got a point.
yeah, but people, humans, good humans, they didn't like that. They just everyone. I remember that everyone who knows me very well just kept telling me that you don't need to be this person. Like you just we miss who you are. Like we miss your old personality. And I just didn't listen to no one until Hani Ramut came to my life. And since Hani Ramut came to my life, he changed me. He changed me mentally, physically, and he was so close to me. I remember that if I call Hani, it will take like 2 hours. Yeah, a phone call for 2 hours was Hani. So Hani weren't just my coach. He was like a very very close person to my heart, and I loved him so much. Like until now, actually, Hani is one of the people that if I'm going through anything in my life, I will call
Call
him.
him.
Yeah, I was without hesitation. Like I will call him. I love him. I'll never hesitate myself to call Hani or Stefan. Like Stefan is the same for me. Stefan, like I remember in Olympia, Stefan before the show, he knows that I'm not okay. Like I was before Olympia, I was going through a lot of debt. So I was trying to do Olympia, but I don't have enough money to do Olympia. And I was asking Stefan and Hani and everyone I'm close from, Phil Heath and his wife as well, Sherry. I told him like I don't know, do I need to do it or not? Like I don't think I need to do it because I don't have enough money for that. And actually, it cost me more than 3,200.
This now.
Yeah, this Olympia, 3,200,000.
1,000.
32,000 dirhams. 3,200 is 3,200. No, no, 32,000. So that was for me. It's a lot of money,
Yeah.
and I was being there alone, doing everything by myself. It was very hard for me.
Were you alone in US that
Yeah,
time?
15 days. 15 days alone. Even the second day of me renting a car, the second day the car broke down, and I found myself that I have to fix the car and I don't know where to fix the car. That's my second day, and it's 5 a.m. I'm going to do my cardio, you know. So the car broke down in the middle of the street. I just decided to check on Google Map, and I found the gym is like 15 minutes walk by walk. So I walked. I
Did you
left the
live?
car. Yeah, I was like, I was like, life is testing me. So what I'm gonna do? Like I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
So I left it. I went to do my cardio. I came back. I found the police next
Who's
to
this
my
guy?
job. Yeah,
And how was it?
they were nice to me.
Did they
One of
understand?
yeah, yeah, yeah. The one of them was bodybuilder, doing bodybuilding.
Perfect.
Yeah, so he understand that, and he told me like, I know you. Yeah, it's okay. So we will ask for any car to come and help you, maybe to
Mm-hmm.
move it to go to any mechanic, and we went to the mechanic and we fixed it. I paid at the time $800. Yeah, so then I got my car. I came back home. I didn't eat for more than at the time that day. I didn't eat for 16 hours. Yeah, because I came from the airport after 22 hours flight,
Oy.
and I went to get the car. I took the car. The second day I woke up 5 a.m. just go and do my cardio. The car broke down, so I didn't eat since yesterday. Yeah, so I went did my cardio. Then I came back to the mechanic. I finished with the mechanic. I came back home. It was like 16 hours without food. And I was about 14 days out from Olympia. So yeah, it wasn't my best show.
Curiosity now. Uh, since you were 14 days to the show, and after this long period fasting, what did you eat? Did you put like more calories on that? Did you put like uh two meals together? Do you remember what
I
did you
just started
eat?
the day.
You just started the day
Yeah,
like
the same thing. My
nothing
first meal.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. My first meal, I didn't do anything. I just spoke with my coach, and he said, "No problem. We check in. Like, send me some update." And I sent him, and he told me back, like, "It's okay. Just eat your first meal. You look good." But my weight was dropping like crazy. Two days before the show, I did the show 118 kg. Chicago, I did the show 113 kg.
Ah, got it. Yeah, you dropped a
So
bit.
yeah, Olympia was hard. Uh, it was hard for me mentally, physically, everything. I was just I'm done. You know, before Olympia, I'm done. Like I don't want to do any show anymore. I just want to eat. You know, I just want to eat. I want to stop doing cardio. I wanna sleep. I wanna turn my phone off. I want to stay away from media because I'm not socialized person. So at that time, I was doing a lot of things to be with people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was draining me, draining my energy. And if you find me even in the gym, like if I know you, I know few guys, but if someone comes to me to talk to me, I'll try to just
Greet and leave.
yeah, I want to leave. I love to stay at my home and watch Netflix, do nothing. It's better than just sitting in the gym talking about someone I don't know, saying some shit about someone. I don't like that. That's why it's
Mm-hmm.
better for me to stay away from it.
Got it. Yeah. Well, talking about somebody else is not a good thing in general.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at
Even in
all.
my religion, it's not okay. You know, we don't like it.
By the way, about this religion, you're Muslim. Now you want to prep, and we are about to start Ramadan.
Yeah, we fast 16 hours.
And how you gonna do?
Usually I do my fasting for 16 hours and then I eat my first meal. I try to eat 6 meals per day in 8 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
try to push more calories. It's yeah, last Ramadan it wasn't that easy. It was very hard for me, but I will try to do it this Ramadan to just try to push the 6 meals. Last Ramadan I ate just 4 meals, 3 meals per day.
Because a very short period of
Short
time.
period, and you have to pray. You have listen. Like this
Yes,
month, we care about Allah more. We care about ourselves. So
yes.
we try to ask Allah for forgiveness. We try to pray. We try, a lot of things you have to do in this month, more and better than doing bodybuilding. Yeah, life is priorities, and Allah is the first, family second. Then
Then comes
anything
us.
comes after family and Allah.
Yeah, got you. This was actually very curious for me when I first came to Dubai and I was introduced to Islam in here.
Mm,
And then it was always like talking to people because I would like to understand the culture, understand the religion, understand the priorities, the duties, the responsibilities. I'm a very religious person,
mm.
but I'm very curious person as well. So I want information. I want to know, especially about respect. Like since I'm being introduced to a completely different culture and religion, I want to know first of all how to avoid disrespect by any meaning, because in some things, I don't know what to mention now, but it can be viewed as a disrespect. So I started to ask
Mm.
every Muslim that I was getting to know,
And you, yeah,
okay, but please tell me this, and that. And then I started to go for bodybuilding specifically. Who's athlete in here? What are you doing during Ramadan? And now, since you are a pro, that's why, and a pro, you cannot simply live for 1 month, but and then start to compensate by somehow. But as you just said, Allah God's first
you
thing,
know, sorry
and
to
then it
interrupt
comes.
you, but some bodybuilders, Muslims, they don't follow a lot of things in Islam. They being named by, like, yeah, religion is Muslim, but he's not following that. And I feel, when I see them, I feel sad for them. Cause come on, man, like muscles, or what are you talking about? When they bury you, you will say like my muscles, or you will say I did a good, things in my life, and I want Allah to just forgive me for my mistakes,
Yes.
and just take this good things that I did. That's what you're looking for in life. In my religion, Allah say that we are here for work and to just pray and be close from Allah. So we are not here for building muscles. Come on, muscles is not something you can
It's just
say.
material.
Yeah, it's also a lifestyle thing.
Yes.
So people, when they say like I'm scared to lose muscles, when I ask them why you don't fast, like come on, you have to fast. Like if I did Olympia and I'm fasting, so why you don't do fasting? He's like,
Yes.
I'm scared to lose muscles. Yeah, bro, it's okay.
Yeah,
Muscles
you are
goes,
not
muscle
scared
comes,
of
Yeah,
him.
muscles like money. Money goes, money comes. But you will always have Allah. When you're going through rough days, you ask Allah for helping you. He will help you, you know. But you don't ask your muscles to help you because
Yeah, yeah.
what muscles could do for you, nothing.
Nobody gonna get on the knees just to ask
And it
for
comes
muscles.
once a year, once a year. So you have 30 days to just do everything these 30 days for Allah. And after that, if you want to go for party, if you want to go do whatever you want,
It's
it's
only
between you
one
and
month.
Allah, but just 1 month. It comes to just be close from Allah, to fast, to read Quran, read your book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even my wife is Christian, by the way, and I tell her the same thing. I tell her like, read in your Quran. You need to read. You need it in your book. You need to read in it. You need to know what's inside it. You need to go for the charity or for church to just pray and to see people how they donate money. I always ask her to do that thing. I said, I don't want you to be a Muslim. It's fine. If God wants you to be a Muslim, He will convert you to Islam one day. He will convert, but it's about you.
Yes.
Yeah. If you close from Allah, I will feel safe with you. Whatever religion you're actually following, it's fine. But if you close, that's mean you are a good person. If you don't, if you don't care about Allah, if you don't care about the person, the God that He gives you everything, He gives you health, He gives you, that muscles, He gives you how to move, gives you food, He gives you everything you asked for, and you don't care about Him, but you care more about life. So we are visitors here. One day we will go. One
Sure
day
thing.
the trip will end,
Yes.
and you will go to where you belong to just to the mud. We all belong to the mud. We will one day it will come and we all die, and you will always have a people that will remember you and mention that you were a good person. And Allah will send these people to mention you and remember that you were a good person. If Allah just don't want these people, they will always say not good things about you. They will always say, no, he wasn't a good person. So it's all comes from Allah. That's why I tell people you have to pray, you have to be close from Allah. Through your bad days, through your good days, you have to always pray.
Always.
Yeah.
Thought something good happened. Thank something bad
Yeah.
happened, thank his lesson anyway.
Yeah, that's what you have to do anyway. You don't just wait for the good things to thank people. For the bad days, good days, rough days, everything, you just say thank you. That's it.
You're very religious, right?
Yeah, because I came from my family. Family is the same. Dad is the same. So dad has the key for the mosque.
Uh,
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So he always pray with people. So my dad, I grew up with my dad. He was showing me when people were at night enjoying sleep. Everyone in his dream, my dad will just go like woke me up at 3 a.m. and it's freezing, and he will just say, "We are going to clean the toilet for the
the
mosque."
mosque.
And I tell that dad, it's okay. Like we can just ask cleaners or anyone, pay him money, he will come and clean. And he will say, "No, you clean that place. You have to clean that place. So wherever you are in life, if you are a manager, if you are a CEO, if you
You
are
can
the owner,
remember.
you remember that. So when you go to clean that, you will just be modest with people. So yeah, you can actually clean Allah house. So that's what my dad always do, and that's how I see my dad. So I've been through with my dad. That is like a friend to me, a very, very, very close person to me. So he used to tell me, like, just once you have money, remember that you need to take some of that money and give it to people that they need money. Those people, they are not next to you asking you for money. Those people are people that you see that they are struggling in life. Someone is actually in the process of marriage, but she can't or he can't afford for a fridge. Why you don't just buy a fridge for them, and forget it and don't talk about it again? It's between you and Allah.
Yeah.
So I grew up with that. I found that doing a lot of things for people, and I always question everything. I'm kind of person that I'm like you, like I curious to know everything. So I always ask him like that, like, why do you do that? And he keep telling me that you do it because the day you stand in front of Allah and Allah ask you, what did you do in your life? You just tell him I was helping people. At least I wasn't a good person, but at least I was helping people.
Trying your best.
Yeah.
Because when we leave this place, we that's a quote I read this week actually. It's like we're not gonna live forever, but we can stay forever. It depends of
In people
what you
hearts, yeah.
do exactly well, what you do to people's hearts, what you do to people's like peace of mind. They're gonna remember. They're gonna remember the good things,
Yeah,
and they're
true.
gonna remember the bad
True.
things as well. So we always try to do our best.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like don't harm people and try to provide something to people who has absolutely nothing.
So
This-
that's what I always tell to my friends as well. Like, if someone you see that he needs your help, don't offer it. Just go for it. Because some people, they have dignity and they would never ask for help, even if he goes through,
Tough part.
yeah. So you just be nice and kind to him. Without he asks for it, you just go and say like, I'm here, I got your back. And people loves to see another people care about them. This caring, feelings you give to people, they love it.
Yeah.
So they are seen by Allah, and they know that, some people in Egypt, they are very poor, very, very poor. And if you go and offer them money, he will never take it. He knows that he needs that money, by the way. Like, he knows. He might die tomorrow without food, but he will never take that money from you. Yeah, and this is what I call like dignity. So the guy, he will never ask for it, but if he knows that he needs it, just go for it. Just do it for him. If you know that he needs food, just feed him. Yeah, don't
And do
ask.
from
Yeah,
your heart.
don't offer and say, okay, Allah, like I asked him, but he said no. Of course, he would say no.
That's very good, especially like on this speech of yours.
Mm.
that I cannot imagine you trying to be a bad guy that you told me when
I
you were
I
younger.
tried, but it takes too much from your, it drains you from inside to be a bad guy because you change everything. You change your mindset. You change where you're coming from. You change how you grow up, seeing your dad doing a good things for people. It changes everything. So I was trying very hard to be that person. And I was like from one to one, talking to everyone, trying to just say the same, the same CD you hear about. Yeah, like I love you. I don't, I
Mhm.
just wanna live the rest of my life with you. And I say the same thing to everyone and try to just hurt every one of them, just take the revenge. But after a while, I was like, no, that's not me.
When was actually the that point that
2021,
that
I
you
remember.
got it,
I remember.
that you understood
Yeah, I
this?
was like for that 9 months or 10 months, and I remember that I spoke for with more than 20 person, like 20 people, different people. I spoke with them, and I say the same thing to every one of them. And women love this feeling when it comes from one they were looking for, and when she hears that, she'll be so happy. So I was telling every one of them the same thing. But after a while, I was like, nah, that's not me.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, that's not me. I didn't like it.
And what do you like? What do you view for your life? What do you want?
Well, if you ask me what do you want in life, I would just always say I just want to be next to my family, watching Netflix, and that's my happiness. Yeah, maybe people say like I need more money, I want to drive this car, I want to do that. But I found my happiness always by like when I'm with my family, like happiness for me, it's uh, it's something I can describe very easy. Like easily, I can say where's my happiness. I never found my happiness was money. At some point in my life, I had 50,000 monthly dirhams, and for some guy who was just a young guy that he's 27, that was
I'm
a lot of
rich.
money for me. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but when I had that money, I saw that money would give me happiness. I didn't have this happiness. Maybe it was car, so I got the car I was dreaming like I want to drive it. I got it, and I
What
found
car was it?
a Jeep SRT. Like I love this car so much. That's my dream car since I was young, and I got it. So I was like, I still like, yeah, it's something you have to thank God for it, but
Mhm.
it's not happiness as people describe happiness. That happiness was money. Oh yeah, just give me money and you stay poor is fine. And at that time, I'll tell you what is my feelings like. I tried everything in life, but I couldn't find happiness. Happiness was when I see my dad and mom, they pray. They were praying in front of me,
Mhm.
and they kneeling, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like I have the best dad and mom in the world. They still at this age, mom can't even kneel. Like it's very hard for her because of her back and her legs. But she sit on the chair and she's trying to kneel for Allah. And after that finished the prayers, he just told me like, don't ever, don't ever forget your prayers. You have to always pray and be always with Allah if you want your life to be better, and if you want your end in this life to be better, you have to be always with Allah. When I see that and I smile, and I go to my room, and I cry because I'm like, if they gone, I will be lost. If dad and mom gone in my life, from my life, I know that because this is my happiness. That when I see mom and dad, when I hug my dad, when I talk to my mom and I have fun with her, that's for me everything. Yeah, I love my wife. She's a good woman. She's doing everything for me. it was hard at the beginning. Like, it's like every other relationship, you just fight for things. But now she's doing everything for me. I love her, and she's one of the things that cause me happiness as well. But it's still my mom and dad.
Priority.
Yeah,
Number one.
yeah. In my life, mom and dad always.
You mentioned that your mother couldn't go to the mat to prayer. What did she got?
No, but in my religion, Muslims always like no Muslims. Men can go to the mosque and pray,
Mm-hmm.
but women can pray at home. It's fine.
Okay.
They don't need to go to the mosque.
No, yeah, but you mentioned that your mother was sitting on the chair.
She can't stand up. It's very hard for her lower back.
What she got in her lower back?
I think she got disc.
Got it.
She hasn't been to any doctor, but I think she got disc because her weight start to,
To increase.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
that's it. So she pray always when she's sitting, and this happened after her retirement. So she's not working as a teacher anymore because my mom is now, I think, 60.
60?
Yeah. And my dad is 65 or 64.
My mom is already a little older.
Yeah. Your mom?
My mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom is 68 or 9.
Yeah, may Allah bless her. Yeah.
And I asked about yours because my mom, she got a problem on her hip.
Yeah.
And she had to like cut the
Replace it?
piece of
Yeah.
the femur and put the implant there. And she couldn't go like walk or get on her knees as well. So like for a while, that's what I was interested to your mom about.
Yeah, the
this.
same. But women are lazy. They don't move. They don't do sports or anything.
Yeah.
But my dad, since he was young, he's active, like he's hyperactive. My dad can stay at home for 1 hour. You will never see my dad at home. He always downstairs. If I call him, where are you? Downstairs. What are you doing? I'm fixing this. I'm doing this.
Never stop.
Yeah. He always like that.
Got it.
So that's and actually my dad is more closer than my mom to me.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. I'm different a bit in this because everyone, if you ask any human in life, if you ask him who's close from your heart, he's gonna say his mom. Mine is dad. Like my life is dad because dad was my friend since I was young. Mom was that she was the dad in every family. So mom was the one who's actually very strong and you fear her. My dad was the one who's kind of nice and caring, lovely, friendly. That's my dad. So
nowadays, does your parents motivated you or like push you in your career? Now they understand what you're doing.
They always post about me on their pages. that has Facebook page, and mom has her own page, and they post about me, talk about me with their friends and how proud of me. So yeah, they always talk to me. Dad always tell me that I did that. I posted you. I was talking with one of my friends about you. I have been in that bank, and I just mentioned your name, and one of the employees is like, "Oh, do you know Foda? Yeah, he's my son. Oh yeah, God bless." So yeah,
one funny thing that happened when you just classified to Olympia, and the Brazilian media was like booming about you because your name Fuda, actually in Portuguese, the Brazilian Portuguese,
I know what's
it means something like wow, he's like the best thing. And then they start to make a lot of positive jokes about you. Of course he's Fuda, look at it, he's Fuda a lot.
yeah, I know. The first time I knew what its meaning, Rudy boy.
Of course.
Rudy boy.
Rude boy brings all the gossip from Brazil to the rest of the world.
Because I met some girl in Emersmall, and she was from Brazil. and she was introducing herself to me, and I was introducing myself to her, and I just said Mohamed Foda, and she's like, then she looked to her friend, and she started laughing, and I was like,
Why
why
you
she's
laughing?
laughing? Yeah, I said, you okay? She was like, yeah, and then she's like, your name is Foda? I said, yes. And she's like, okay. And then she started laughing again. That makes me angry. So I left here. I said, in the
Making
middle,
fun of me or what?
I said, no, 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 I'm going to the gym. And I went to the gym and I met Rodi. Rodi was there that day. And I told him, bro, what is the meaning of food in Brazil? Because she said to me, she said, your name in Brazil means something not good. And I said, yeah, that's why you laugh. And I left here. But I was angry at that time. So I asked Rodi, and Rodi told me the meaning. I was like, oh, okay, that's why. And he's like, yeah. So your name, you're here?
Yeah, because in there you were not Foda, you were
Yeah.
Foda. So this was amazing. When I started to read the comments, because I never care about those what the media is saying, but
I'm the same.
when I see something about my friends, I always try to check for what are they saying. So I take this advantage of those languages. So
Yeah.
okay, let me see. It was very good, and it's like, especially like nowadays with those haters and everything, there is always someone saying something bad on the internet. But in this time, I didn't see any bad comment. It was only positive comments about you.
Now I don't care about comments. I don't care about good things and bad things. I don't care what they say. And usually, if I post something, I will never read what people say. I'll never read comments. And I promised myself to never ever open any post of my posts and read what people say. That's because I know that anyway, people
It can
has
be both
nothing.
ways.
Yeah. And anyway, people want to see you at the top, to just clap for you, and some of them they want to see you on the top to hate on you. So I just because it backs to when I start to be a lonely person. I was like, so anyway, if someone said you look good, would you care? Would you keep going because he said you look good? No. So if someone said you look shit, would you just keep going because he said that, or you just stop and give up? So it doesn't matter what they say. It only
Keep
matters.
doing your work and what you really
It only
believe.
matters what I care about, what I love to do. So that's what I'm doing now.
Focus, like, first of all, what you believe, then your coach,
Yeah.
then people that you really love, the closest ones in your life, like in your case, parents and your wife, and done.
Yeah,
Done. That's it.
That's what I care about.
That's it.
And I'm doing
Otherwise,
bodybuilding, and I keep asking myself every day, if media gone, if media disappeared today, you just all woke up and you found that media isn't working anymore. Would you keep going and doing what you are doing every day, or you just gonna stop? If you're gonna stop, that's mean you were doing it because you're seeking attention,
yes.
So that's mean you are not in the right place. And I keep asking myself this question every day, and my answer always every day that I'm doing this because I love it. I love to eat dive food. I love to go and train. I love to just to be at home thinking about my dreams, doing Olympia again, winning another show, qualify again. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't I don't think about me being on media for people to motivate them or to say bad things about other people. I don't care. I don't care about this at all. And if media gone today, I would be
Just keep doing what you are actually doing
the same
right now.
thing. Yeah, the same thing.
Don't need that validation, that fake validation, actually,
Validation, yes.
from people who doesn't really care about you.
That's true, yeah.
That's in general. That's why I've got followers. What followers mean?
Yeah, some people they build their personalities on what they have, like how much followers they have, and some they care only about posting positive things for people who are struggling and to keep doing what they are doing every day in their their own life without caring about negative comments from others, and that's what I'm doing now.
Cool. And just to finish this conversation, I want to know your plan for this year. What can we expect from Fuda this year, 2025?
Look, I don't want to say like because like I have mixed feelings in this. Some days I feel like I'm unstoppable, and some days I feel like
Keep it that.
yeah. I always show up. Like that's my number one rule in life. Always keep showing up. Like even if you go through bad days, just show up. Because the difference between you and other champion is when you show it up. That's what makes difference. And that's what I'm doing. I try to keep pushing myself every day, even if I go through fights with my wife, and I go through being broke, even if I go through me injured, like going through any injury, because I injured myself before many times. One of them was the worst one when I got a tear in my quads. And that was the hardest one. And I stopped doing legs for 6 months, and I was
Oh.
preparing for a show, and at the time I was 3 weeks out from my show.
So you have to.
Yeah, it needs someone strong, mentally strong, to face these things and deal with it. I'm expecting that I can do 1 or 2 shows this year and win one of them and qualify to Olympics. That's what I'm working on myself for. But anyway, if I don't qualify this year, and I believe that you have to be realistic and face both wins and lose, because that's what will build your character. So I'm realistic. I will just keep working on myself every day and do the show. If I win and qualify, good. I will do good in Olympia this year, and I expect to be top 10. If I don't, I'm fine. When you'll never see me failing, and failing for me is giving up. So I will never give up. I will always be just pushing in this position, just pushing myself, doing everything I could do to be one of the top guys in the world.
Actually, we already done that. You are already
And top guys for me, 5 Olympia. So the top 5. Those people, actually, we can call them top 5. Top 10, I don't think they were the top, because anyway, top 5 they always qualified. The other 5, they came different, not the same. Maybe one or 2 of them, but the rest they always come different people from the previous year.
Got it.
So that's what I'm looking for, to be one of the top 5 in the world, and after that we can look for Olympia. That's another dream.
I can't remember right now, but I believe you are the youngest one in there, right? The opens.
Youngest, I don't think so, because Martins is 26.
Martin's 26?
Yeah, Martins is young. Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Nick Walker is 30. Nick and Martins.
Oh my God, these kids are making me feel very old now. Old and small. Okay, I'm older than all of you and half of the shape.
Yeah, but you don't look that age anyway. You look young.
No, try just it's fake.
No, you look young.
Fake young.
Yeah.
Okay, my friend, thank you very much for coming. really, as I told you several times, I really wanted you to be here in this
Yeah.
project. So thank you very much.
Last week it was a misunderstood.
For the ones who doesn't know, this guy was supposed to come here at 1 p.m. and then I messaged, where are you? I'm in the gym. Isn't it
Really?
like 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
My God, no! But I completely understand. Don't worry about.
It's an honor, bro, to have
Um,
me.
So you got my love, you got my respect. I
Thank
respect you a lot. I admire
you,
you a
bro.
lot. And I really believe that you're gonna make a lot of things.
Thank you, bro.
As I believe I told you in the very first time when I met you in Train SF,
Yeah.
Dubai Mall,
Yeah.
about what you wrote in your bio, the next big thing. I truly believe in that.
Yeah.
You're gonna make.
Thank you, bro.
I cheered up for you.
I appreciate
You know?
it. Thank you.
Guys, please subscribe to the channel, share to your friends. Mohamed Foda got a lot to tell you, so listen to his words. Thank you very much,
Thank you, my
friend. Thank
brother.
you so much.